These socks are better than any merino wool sock that you have bought. That was bad. In certain instances. This is a 1-year review video of hollow alpaca socks. We're gonna get into the good and the bad, and at the end, if these are socks that you should buy. There seems to be a lot of hollow alpaca sock videos coming up online, so I wanna make this the best, most real world one because a lot of these videos almost seem to be like an ad read. Full disclosure is I have done some media for hollow socks, but they are not paying for this video. And the critical reason why that is because I want to be fully honest and be fully transparent with my opinion on the capabilities, but also the misses that this sock has. Real quick, what are alpaca socks? Well, they're made from alpaca wool fibers, and they have basically all of the same benefits as merino wool. They're moisture wicking, antimicrobial, temperature regulating, hypoallergenic, and in particular, these hollow socks are made in the USA, and they also have a warranty on them, but more on that later. One of the biggest pros of these hollow socks is using them as a daily trainer, or in other words, using them walking around the house, going to work out, going to the gym. I really think that's where they excel because with my Darn Tough socks, I was always wearing a hole in the bottom of my heel from them, and I have not done that with any of my hollow socks yet. And I think a lot of that with the Darn Tough was because I was wearing it in the house. It's also great because if you're hiker trash like me, you really don't have to wash these that often because there's no smell. The other big pro is that these are really, really good socks to wear in the shoulder seasons of fall, spring, but also in the winter. The reason why is because these things are pretty dang thick. We'll come into a con of that in a second here, but that's why these are my preferred socks so far for these fall and winter type either hikes or hunting or skiing or snowboarding. With that comes the warmth, and alpaca wool, according to their website, they are 3 times warmer than merino wool. And I can attest to this because I've actually walked around on these just in bare snow before, and I was surprised. Like, they legitimately kept my feet warm. I was only in there for a minute or two, but I don't know how long that would have lasted, but I was very surprised by that. And I guess that's because the alpaca fibers are hollow and they protect against the elements a lot better, kind of creating a barrier for you. And that's actually how they created the name hollow socks, was from these hollow fibers. Next, and this is a big, big pro for me, is the comfort of these socks. These are much more comfortable than Darn Tough socks, and I think the biggest reason why is because they're just so soft and smooth when you put them on your feet, and they remain like that, but also the fact that they aren't extremely constricting around your foot. Oftentimes I would feel like with Darn Tough socks, my toes would just be scrunched together just because they're so tight. Does not happen with these socks. And then they have a 99-day guarantee. Now, while this is not as good as Darn Tough's forever warranty, it's still a guarantee that you get. The biggest miss of these socks is really the fact that they can be very, very warm. And that's why I say they're really good for use on the shoulder seasons, but they're not the best, in my opinion, for something like a summer hike. Even these lower cut ankle socks, I think, are a little bit too warm just because of the alpaca wool and the fibers. So for me, I'm not gonna be necessarily wearing these much in the summer, but for the shoulder seasons, I think they're a really good bet for people if you wanna have warm feet. For me, I will continue to wear the merino Amazon socks that I picked up because I'm done with Darn Tough, and they've been performing well for me. I'll leave a link for those. In my opinion, these socks are for folks that have cold feet. If you have cold feet and you want to do some hiking in them, you're gonna love them. If you just have regular feet, these are gonna be great for use, particularly in the colder months out of the year. For the warmer months, I would recommend going with a different sock. Now, these are also available on Amazon with, I'm assuming, free returns. So I'm gonna leave the links down below for that. And if you guys could do me a huge, huge favor, 98% of the folks that watched one of my last review videos are not subscribed to this channel. So if you got any value from this video, it would be amazing, and it would be a real quick way to say thank you would be to subscribe and like this video. Thanks, guys. We'll see you for the next one.